Hello, Gemini. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Cosmic Slumber Tarot by Tilly Walden. Website on the bottom is Liminal 11 if you'd like to check it out. Feel free to freeze frame, of course. Supportive Oracle Cards. You Are Clairvoyant Oracle Cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. Website on the back here is rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A is an apple, U is an umbrella. Alright, Gemini. Seems like there's some energy here. Like when I say that, I mean like excitement. Like excitement. You got some fire. Yeah, well, I only put out 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 cards so far. All but one are fire, so you know. You know. And there's another one, which is not bad. Gemini tends to do well with fire, not for nothing. I mean, not always. You know, be careful. Gotta be careful when playing with fire. Where are we going with that? Don't know just yet. We'll find out. I'm like, what am I saying? I'm telling Gemini to go play with fire? That's great. That's lovely PSA right there. Okay. Wherever you are now, whatever the situation is, currently you're feeling good. Feeling good about whatever the subject is. So I want to put this in better context. So maybe it's a job. Maybe it's not that you like the job, but you like where things look like they're going. There's something about it that's like, I feel very self-sufficient, I feel ready, I'm feeling very comfortable. Maybe you don't like the job itself, but like whatever you're seeing, there's a possibility, there's a probability of something going your way, and you're liking that. So I almost feel like what I'm feeling is like there's a job, like I hate this job, but I'm like, but there's a possibility coming my way that could link in here that I could actually make good on. That's where I'm feeling very self-sufficient. That's where I'm feeling very comfortable. I think it's about the possibility coming forward, more about the possibility coming rather than where, like maybe you are happy where you are, but it's more about that possibility is where I'm feeling this energy come in. Because I'm seeing the Sun card kind of like, ooh, that looks fun. Like I'm kind of getting like, yeah, bring that on. Yeah, that's good. I've seen this play out before. That feels a little okay. 2 of Wands in the past. I've seen this play out before. Not literally. So I kind of feel like I've seen things change up just out of nowhere. So it's not like I've seen like XYZ happen before. I've just seen these opportunities just kind of pop up and be great before. Something like that. So I've seen things change quickly before. In this situation, I've seen it happen. Maybe it's not always, but I have seen it happen, so it is possible. And I know it's like more probable than maybe other people realize. Your energy's good. Your energy's really good, but I feel Gemini, like I feel that Gemini strength, that mental Gemini strength. Kind of like you see this panoramic view. I'm a Pisces, so maybe that's partly why my brain's going, because there's a lot going on. You see it. You can see the landscape. You see this panoramic view, and it makes sense to you. Not everybody gets it. I mean, I do have some Gemini going on in my chart. I do. I just don't feel like I'm fully there with a developed Gemini energy. So I feel like this is something where that Gemini is like, it's on. Your energy is on point. You're like, yes. Panoramic view makes sense to me. And you know that like not everybody gets it. I'm also kind of like a little concerned. Be careful about explaining this to other people. You're one of those signs. You are one of those signs that you know what you're doing. You know where you stand. Things make sense to you. But unless somebody can keep up with your mental capabilities, if you try to explain it to somebody else, they're just kind of going to look at you like you're cuckoo. Because they don't get it. They just can't keep up with the conversation. They can't follow your train of thought. So be careful about telling other people or talking with other people. Not like you can't, but I feel like if you're explaining it to somebody else and they just kind of look at you like, sure, Gemini, yeah, it might damage your momentum. It might damage your energy a little bit. It might make you question yourself a little bit, and you don't need that. So for that reason, I would be careful about telling too much to other people, because you don't want to damage your own energy, your own momentum, because somebody else looks at you like, I don't know, Gemini, that sounds a little kooky to me. They just can't follow your train of thought. So, and it's like, it might hit you or hurt you on that type of level, like, oh, maybe it is a little bit much. Maybe it's not going to work. Because I feel like Gemini can do that to themselves. You can be your own worst enemy. You're not the only sign that does that, but I'm just saying, be careful about telling other people so you don't end up hurting yourself because somebody else just doesn't get it, because you're on an intellectual level that not everybody can follow. You know what I mean? You know what you're doing, and you can understand it, but they might ask questions like, well, what about this, but what about that? And you'll give an answer, and they're like, that doesn't make sense. And you're like, it doesn't? It does to me. And it just might throw you off. Just be careful that you don't want somebody else to throw you off. There's a lot. You got a lot of mental power, a lot of mental strength. It's just not everybody can keep up. Be aware of it. What's coming in next? Quick changes. Like, again, there's like a lot of fire, like how I started off with this. Like, I'm not telling you to play with fire. I'm saying fire is playing with you. Oh, that's better. Yeah, that's better. Okay, that sounds so much better. That's a better PSA, isn't it? Three of Wands, coming in really fast. Coming in hot. It's coming in hot. I'm going to probably make 5 more references to playing with fire because I just can't help myself. But, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Oh my gosh, I'm making myself laugh, and I don't even know why. Coming in fast, coming in hot, moving quickly. But you, as long as you know where you want to be, like at least the general direction, you'll make really good decisions on this. Because I see like that happening. Things coming in fast, things, you know where you're going to be, you know, like I feel like I know my general direction. There's a lot of humor coming in with this too. I'm remembering now, this Monty Python thing is popping in, which is very random. It's kind of, some people are going to think it's gross, but I guess I'm going to say it. The insult that one guy says to this other group of people is, I fart in your general direction, and I don't know why it's popping in my head. It's making me laugh. I'm like, how does that have anything to do with anything? But you know the general direction about where you're going, and you're going to make decisions to get yourself over there. Just keep moving. When these things keep coming in, just keep going in the general direction. Don't overthink it. You will edit it. You will add it. You will make it go where you need it to go. As it keeps going farther, you'll see opportunities, and you'll just keep going in that general direction. I keep getting like a sense of humor, like maybe a little bit of a dark or maybe lewd sense of humor. I don't know. It keeps coming in. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's funny. It's kind of weird. Keep your sense of humor intact as much as you can, not only for yourself but for others. I see the strength card coming in, and I feel like you're lightening the load for somebody else with what you say, especially if you're a humorous Gemini, because I feel like Geminis tend to have intellectual humor. That would go with the air, right? 4 of Swords, healing, and then the Moon card. Other people are confused. Try to keep that mood light. Try to keep it moving. This is also a card of action, ironically. And I say that because this is Leo's card. You don't have to be dealing with a Leo, but that is a sign of action. Keep it moving. Keep the energy light. Realize this is somebody who might get frustrated. Just try to keep that energy light. Keep it moving. Keep it going in the general direction. With me and my crude humor with that. I don't even know what to say about that. Keep it going, keep it going. You're going to stabilize this. Just what you need to make sure keeps going is that it keeps moving in that general direction. Make that the stable part of this. General direction, keep it moving, general direction, right? I can't believe I used that analogy. I'm still kind of like, really, James? But I did. As it keeps moving forward, this is a long-term... 7 of Pentacles takes a while. A lot of times I see like, this deck doesn't do it, but other decks, I feel like a few other decks use like growing plants. Like for example, tomatoes, they flower, then they start to bud. You know, they bud, they flower, they lose their flower, then it's the green knob that gets bigger, then it becomes the red tomato. You know what I mean? This is like the flowers just starting to show. That's, this is just that part. So how long? It could be like 2 to 3 months. I feel like for you that might seem like a long time. I don't know why. Maybe because you're excited about what you want and it's hard to wait. I don't know. It could be 2 to 3 months, but it feels like forever. Long term takes a while. Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it going. General direction, general direction. Whatever's there, more opportunities will show themselves, but you will make it work. Just keep moving. Just make sure you keep moving. Don't feel bad about looking back and going, well, if I had made that, or if I had done that, if you sat there and just kept playing the if-I's, nothing would happen at all. So what if you stagnated and got nothing? That's the trick to this situation too, by the way. Paralysis by analysis. I've heard that a long time ago, and I just feel like that's a really important thing to be aware of. If you just sit there and just go, like, well, but I, and if I, but, and if, oh, yeah, and you just don't go anywhere, then you failed anyway. Yeah, if you at least did something, there's a level of success. That's a success. Moving and getting something is a success. Standing here and crossing your eyes and not making any decision, that's failure. That's just failure. In my opinion, that's a failure. Keep moving. Don't look back. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt to realize at least you went and did something versus just sitting there and did nothing and just kind of overanalyzed. Be careful with overanalyzing. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Yep. I feel like you're going to create a current. I would like to say a current. When I see these two cards coming in, I feel a very strong... Are they both princesses? Yeah. Queen and princess. Still, I'm getting like... somebody else might take that ball and keep running. Just make sure you keep helping with the decisions. It's like we're going down this road and there's like one of those... one of those streets that go off in like two ways. You can go this way, that way, or another way. There's like 3 different ways you could go. Just make sure that you like say go that way. As they get closer, just say go that way, because they're gonna keep going anyway. Just whatever you think is the best in the moment, go with it. And then they come into another fork. Go with it. Keep helping with the decisions. Don't give too many options. That's going to cause a bottleneck. It's going to cause a stagnant moment. Be careful. Say if there's 5 different choices, whatever one you immediately think is the best, just say that one and just keep going. Don't let yourself overthink it. There's always going to be more information. There's always going to be what if. Just make whatever the first thing is that pops in your head. I think that's a good idea. Go with it. I think that's a good idea. Go with it. You'll cause a current. It'll just keep going, because I feel like it's kind of like if somebody's going down the hill on a bike with no brakes. You just got to make a decision. If you stagnate, you're going to hit a tree. That's not going to be fun. Nobody's going to like that. So just kind of like as you see it coming, just go left, right, the middle road, the 4th road, over that way. Go, yeah, that one. Go there. The one with the cherries next to it. Go there. Just keep going. Just keep making it so you don't hit like a rock. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. At least you'll get down the hill. At least you'll be in one piece, and you'll have a choice. Try not to overanalyze with the best decision, because I don't think this is a situation where best decision is going to be applicable. It's just the fact that like we have to keep making decisions. Going down a hill on a bike with no brakes. That's what I keep feeling, like that type of thing. You stagnate too long, you're either going to hit a boulder or you're going to hit a tree. That's not going to feel good, and you're not going to like it. And if you hit that tree hard enough, you're not getting back up, and then you get nothing. You just get stuck on the hill. Roll with the journey. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I feel like I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, because when you get to the bottom of the hill and you finish the journey, right? You get to the end of the journey. You got to be careful to not look back and go, oh, I should have. Oh, I wish I. Oh, what if I had? If I only had. If you had overthought it, you wouldn't have got anything. Remember that when you get to the end, because it's hard to not overthink it. Getting to the end of the goal, getting something at the end, is a win. That's a success. I feel like a lot of people are going to take the same trip and they're gonna stagnate. They're not going to make it to the end. They're not going to make it to the goal. It's kind of like the fact that you're finishing the race. That's the thing. It's almost like only 20% of the people doing this race are going to actually finish it, and you're in that 20%. The fact that you finished means you succeeded, means you got something. worked great. Like, do yourself a favor and try to not overanalyze it at the end. If you want to look back and go, had I had known, you can play that game if you want, but realize the fact that you made it all the way to the end is that's the success. Are we good? I think we're there. Hopefully that's helpful. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.